playing Mutant League Football back when I was a kid, I remember my friend owned a copy of the game. It was one of those games you just can't help but play because it was so laughable and so violent, but it was just fun. I even remembered Mutant League Hockey. Yeah, that game. It was actually pretty fun on the Sega Genesis back in the days too. The game also spawned a cartoon series which was called Mutant League. It wasn't that bad of a series. It was fun, but it was short-lived, being 13 episodes by What Happens Next. Of course, Mutant League Football was released at the time when the Senate hearings happened back in 1993. The sad part is that, well, due to complaints from family organizations, EA decided not to release another, well, Mutant League game ever. There were rumors that they were planning to release a soccer game of it, but it didn't happen. Until now. On February 2nd, 2017, Michael Menheim, the creator and designer of Mutant League Football, decided to do a Kickstarter, which managed to reach its goal, which I have to say was a very interesting story. Of course, it was rebranded, calling itself Mutant Football League, which I have to say was pretty interesting. You notice the colors and everything look similar to NFL teams, but actually they're just a parody of them. But also the fact there's also conditions where you have to unlock certain teams in the game, which is kind of interesting enough to give you a real big challenge to play this game. Graphics are pretty average. It's not like the best, but the gameplay is pretty simple. It is very fun, and you can't help but laugh at it. And I can understand that the designers intended to make this game into something more like it. People who are not into, football games would definitely play this because it's such a cheesy, violent, and gory and funny game that I can see why they designed this game, because it was definitely a fun game. Because considering I never played Madden in a long time and I wasn't into Madden, I gotta say this is definitely a game that people can play that are not into football games. It is a fun game that's easy to play and easy to use, and it's definitely fun. Teams also can resort to dirty tricks, which is an ability that allows them to take advantage of the game by using abilities that, like this one, using a shotgun and running around and killing shit and just run. Some disappointing moments, for example like this one, which you'll see. Sometimes you'll get annoyed by these calls by refs that say penalty every time, but the best options that they do in Dirty Tricks, you can either bribe the ref, or you can do what I did, kill the ref by attacking him. Forget to mention about the main menu. Of course, you gain access to straight play mode, which is the play now. Mayhem Bowls, basically the Monster Bowl, all Monster Bowls. Playoffs are basically the tournament for Mayhem Bowl, and seasonal mode is basically you can play the season of the game, which is pretty fun, and I did enjoy trying it out. Online games, I haven't really tested that out yet, to be honest with you guys. I'm real sorry. It does alert you to anyone online if you're playing the PC version of this game, which I am currently playing. And team scouting is definitely okay, but it doesn't give you like a full dossier. It only shows you the good players that are on their team that you can look up. Practice mode is possibly teaching you how to play, and I actually did use it to try to learn, and it does teach you the basics, and you can get the idea in your head what it does. Every halftime, there is a mini game called Ref Rampage, which is basically you just run around trying to avoid all the refs by shooting them up, and hopefully refill your ammo by the time limit that ends in 30 seconds. If you can survive it, you get a reward basically of basically reviving your fellow teammates who recently got pummeled or killed in the battlefield of football. It's definitely an okay game. It's not the best game ever made, but definitely a good game to play. It's so easy to get into. Would I recommend this game? Yeah, it's an okay game, and I do say it's pretty decently made, even for an old franchise that's trying to rebrand itself into Mutant Football League. I gotta say it's an okay game. Anyways, guys, I gotta go. Catch you later. Bye-bye.